Hey guys, welcome back to CCLP3. We're on Zelgon's Lair, and we're just gonna get right into it because it's the same night, but same time I'm recording because I like to record multiple videos in one day, and that was really stupid. So I just now found out, and I know this is the next day from. That is what I mean. Why does this goddamn thing do that? Why is Lynx so damn precise? I wish you can see this better. There we go. I really wish this could be seen better. I like that mechanic, but it's just... yeah. So anyway, I just now found out, and for you guys it's, yesterday, because I have these videos scheduled to upload different days, and I pushed the block down. Lynx, you're already making me angry. And I'm not even 2 minutes into this video and I'm already getting upset. Come on, there we go. That was a lot faster than before. That the last video was 47 minutes long. And I am sorry for that. I did not realize I messed up on... Really? I really forgot how to solve this level. Oh my god. I am not gonna rage on Zelgon's Lair, of all things. Oh, I'm not doing that. Thank you. I'm already regretting not doing MS. Like, I seriously am. I really should have chosen to do MS for this. But that's okay. We're stuck with Lynx, so we're gonna stick with it. That's what I was trying to do the past 3 damn times. Now let's just see how terrible I'll be at this next section. Which is honestly that one part of... Okay, Fireball managed to get in here. My one least favorite part of this level. I would have liked this level otherwise, had this section not be so cramped. I mean, I guess in a way it's not that bad, but still. Alright, get the blob on the forest floor. And this was probably a stupid idea to save the blob for last. But we're just going to chill out here until he destroys that bomb. Which he just did. Okay, not as long as I thought it would take. Okay, this is just like cover from... what was that? Eric S2? Eric submissions? Okay, I completely did this the wrong way. And I don't remember how to solve this part. Think like that. Went about a pretty awkward way, but it worked. That's all I care about at this point. As long as if things work, I'll take it. Especially since this is Lynx. And a pretty space-filling blue wall section, because that was different at the time. And I'm not going to read the hint, because I think everyone pretty much knows what the hint says. Alright, so Blue Moon. So, here's the ironic part. With me liking blue walls, as much as I like them, and I mean this in the most nicest way possible, this is one of the few blue wall levels I don't like. In terms of aesthetics, I like this level, but compared to everything else, it's just one of those levels I just don't like. And I really don't know why. I think it's mostly because of the there's a very specific order you have to do this in, I believe. And I think I screwed it up because I didn't do it in the right order. Yeah, I didn't do it in the right order. Because you have to unlock certain locks first. And the one lock I didn't unlock had to get unlocked at a different time. So we'll do that now. Go this way, get that one. Now I can go about this level any other way I want. It's not that bad of a level. Like, it has nothing to do with it. It's just really misleading. I know a lot of people like that about blue wall levels, but I guess I just like blue wall levels on a pure maze standpoint, if that makes any sense. And I would have liked to have gotten exactly 100 on this, but that's okay. Okay, Wireframe. I was not looking forward to this level. I don't remember how to solve it. Again, another level with aesthetics I like. Quite a lot, actually. But it suffers from being a little too much. I think even JB can agree to that, you know, to a certain degree. There's just a lot of places you can, you know, go and explore, and there's just not one specific way you can go about things. Except, I want to say, you gotta go up here first. Hit that trap. Oh, it's right there. So we gotta wait for that. Alright. So what do I need to do with this block? That's a good question, Bob. Let's figure out what we're going to do with this block. I don't know where that teleport goes. Oh, right next to it. Okay. Okay, now I know I can go down here to hit that. And I think that's what I want this block for. I believe. I can't do anything there until I get skates. At some point in time. There's 2 blocks down here. I think I need to hit that toggle button again. What? Just when I was figuring it out and slowly but surely unraveling this thing, I died just because the paramecia didn't move when it was freaking supposed to. Like, I hate that. Like, you know, monsters have the same amount of, you know, moves to make as I do, yet I move suddenly and all of a sudden, oh, you died. Gotta start over. I just don't like that. Like, that really bothers me. And that was carelessness. So a little fun fact, not that this matters to anything, but if I designed this level, something I would do differently with this, aside from the obvious, you know, make this my style, or not, that's not the right way to put it. I would actually, instead of making these like thin, like the way it is with the thin walls being laid out like this, I'd actually have walls separating each one. Basically meaning like this room right here would be shifted 1 tile left. So it'd be right here. These 2 things would be walls, and then this room would be the same. That's how I would make this level. You know, if anyone's still doing that remake thing, which I'm pretty sure no one's doing. But it's just, like I said, it's fun to think about. There's no harm in thinking about it. It's just a matter of whether or not someone actually wants to take the time to do that. Okay, so now let me get the other block. I could have saw that. I swear, I'm not dying on purpose. I swear to God, I'm not doing all these stupid things on purpose. Just, Lynx is pretty demanding. Honestly, it really is. Like, this is one of the reasons why I don't play in Lynx. It's just, I mean, MS is just so much, you know, more loose compared to Lynx. And I know Lynx is what the game was meant for originally, but I guess I've gotten so used to MS that I don't like Lynx as much. I will say this level is really well designed, like how the whole level works. Like, I know JB's not, you know, 100% proud of the. Why did I close the toggle wall for? I know he's not 100% proud of some of these design decisions that he made at the time this set was voted on or released, but despite that, a lot of these are well designed altogether. I mean, the obvious things can be changed, but still, from what it holds as of now, it's still, you know, pretty solid as a level. This is definitely not one I am going to optimize though, just because. Yeah, I can totally. Okay, I'm glad that that middle one was a fake wall. Like, that would have been pretty nasty if that was a real wall. So I think I can just go down. Okay, don't go down there, but I can get the tank to come up here now. And the good thing with tanks well, in this case it's good, is that I can press that and no matter what, it will go. Oh, really, it bounced back and deflected off the ice corner. That works. I might as well just go ahead and get these chips. At this point, there's no harm in doing them. I intentionally waited to get those, though. Now for all the other stuff. If there's anything left. I can use this block to go down here. Get that chip, and I don't know where the other one is. Got the one by the B. Yeah, I said B. Aw. I didn't mean to say that. That's okay. Oh, it's the green locked one. That's right. And I like the fact that there's this green lock right here. It's totally pointless, but I like the fact that it exists. Like, that is so cool. And finally, that level's done. That took a lot longer than I wanted it to take. Anyway, cheap shots and dirty tricks. I don't know if this level plays out the same in Lynx as it does in MS, but we'll find out. This is one of those levels that I probably will never remember. It's not that memorable as a level, honestly, compared to other things. Okay, so what can I do? I'll go down here. Do something with this block formation. It's kind of weird how that works. Like, this level probably shouldn't work the way it does, but it works. Like another one of these. And I hope I can make it back in time. I think I might be able to. With 2 seconds left. That was pretty nuts. Okay, now for blazes. Oh, I should have went up there when I had the chance, but okay, that's okay. So, I have this funny story, and by funny, it wasn't funny at the time, but now it's kind of hilarious. It has nothing to do with, like, no Chips Challenge or anything. It has to do with my job. And it's hilarious now because looking back at it, it was a completely stupid and mindless thing this said person did. And basically, what happened was, a couple of weeks ago, my way I'm scheduled is I'm usually scheduled Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Well, my schedule recently changed to work those same days except have Saturday off, which is completely unusual for me. I'm still not used to having Saturdays off. But anyway, it was a Wednesday around 2 o'clock. I wasn't supposed to go into work till 5. And my boss calls me in to ask if I can come in as soon as I can around 3 o'clock, I think it was. She calls me in and she tells me that the store was flooded, or the store was flooded. And I didn't know what she meant by that. Like, the first thing that clicked in my head was the rain caused it, because recently, so far this winter here in California, if people don't know, we were in a pretty serious drought for a couple of years, and the recent weather we've been having has been kind of got us out of it, thankfully. And basically, I assumed it was the rain because it had rained like the night before. So I said, okay, yeah, no problem. So I went in. It was about an hour early when I went in, and the store supervisor was there. And he was outside spraying down the store with a hose. And the first thing that clicked in my head was, okay, well, he's probably doing that to, I think you can do that. Oh yeah, you can just do that. That's pretty simple. And then I want to say you want to get the fireball to hit that. Am I correct on that? Or can I use the block? I think you can do either one. But just for the kicks, we'll just use the fireball. Anyway, he was spraying on the store with the hose, and the first thing that clicked in my head was, okay, well, he's probably just, cleaning the outside of the store because someone must have complained about it. And that's, to a certain degree, that's normal. Well, I had later found out, about 30 minutes into working there, that he actually went inside the store. And take note, I work in a pizza place, and this was during business hours. He comes in with the store with a hose and sprays down the entire floor everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Under the counters, where all the plugs are to run the computers, in the walk-in with all the dough and the stuff to make the pizzas with, the bathroom, the place where the mops are, didn't move anything off the floor. There were still cardboard boxes that were pretty important that got completely drenched. There was actual product, not like dough or any food-related product, but like actual product to like conserve food, like plastic wrap and wax paper, were all on the floor and all completely soaked and unusable. Had to get tossed. And he was at the store for 5.5 hours doing this. And my boss tells me this, and the first thing that clicks in my head is like, what the hell is wrong with him? Like, something must have went up his, excuse my language, something must have went up his ass and just thought, okay, I'm going to be smart and do this. And the fact he did this during business hours completely boggles my mind. Like, he was putting customers' lives at risk. He was putting employees' lives at risk, which that kind of gives you an idea on the guy. He's not my boss. He's my boss's boss. And that kind of gives you an idea on what kind of guy he is. He's a dick. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's a dick. And you know, when I first got hired, I met him and I thought he was a pretty cool guy. Like, oh, you know, I'll get along with him pretty well. And then he comes up to me and he's like, are you, like, who's the main closers around here? And I'm for the most part, the main closing delivery driver because I enjoy closing for the most part. And he comes up to me and he basically tells me in my face that I'm a horrible closer. And I'm just thinking to myself, are you serious right now? You're going to call me a horrible closer. And I'm, you know, if I was honestly a horrible closer, I wouldn't be scheduled to do it all the time. I mean, my boss is not stupid. Like, if I was a horrible closer, she would tell me I'm bad at it, and she would tell me what I need to do to fix it. But because she never did, I can only assume, and not even assume, but just go off instinct that I'm a good closer. And I know for a fact I am. And everyone prefers working with me and having me close instead of the other guy who's, I think, 66 years old. He's cool though. But I was just, you know, mind boggled. And I mean, this whole store flooding with the hose and whatnot, I kind of understand why he did it. And I especially understand why he did it on the outside. Like, the outside was looking pretty trashy. And I do understand why he did it there. But why he did it in the store during business hours is just complete, you know, stupidity. And I can't understand why. I still can't get why he did that. And I later found out that night from the shift manager that he put our lives at more risk than the customers because the floor was wet. It took about 3 hours to get all the water off the floor and outside the store. And okay, I hope I can get to the exit. I can just do this, right? Yeah. Okay, good. I'm very happy I got that level done with. I'm not a big fan of Patchwork. I think the time limit should have been a lot higher than what it is, but I know it's higher in JB's set now. But yeah, he put our lives more at risk because the floor was wet. It took hours to get it up. And apparently, because the floor was wet, including underneath the counters where all the phone wires and the computer cords are, and I should not have gone down that far. Like, I went too far down there. Like, apparently, any employee that answered the phone by standing in the water had the chance of getting electrocuted. Yeah. And I didn't know this until I had taken maybe 3 or 4 orders over the phone. And I found this out, and I basically told my manager I refused to answer the phones basically the rest of the night or until the floor was completely dry. I mean, I'm sorry, but this guy doing what he did was completely unacceptable. Like, if that had to be done, that should have waited till closing time or close the store down to do something like that. Because the fact he did that during business hours was complete stupidity. And I've been told he got reported by that. I forget how exactly. I think one of the shift managers that came, I think the shift manager that was on that night told me she was going to call his boss, which is the owner at this point. And that's a pretty big deal. I cannot believe I survived that. I don't think I should have, but I did. I'm not going to complain. She said she's going to call the owner. I don't know if she has yet, but I hope she does. I think this guy could get, in serious trouble. Like, you're showing you don't care for your employees, you don't care for the customers, and you don't care in general about the stupidness that you just performed and showed. Like, you just made an ass of yourself, and I don't get why you would want to do that. Like, why would anyone want to do that? I mean, it just doesn't add up. I mean, looking back at it now, it is still, you know, a lot of BS, but, you know, there's nothing that we can do about it now. We'll just hope he doesn't do that again. And if that does happen again, I will probably, well, in a joking way, that is, you know, I was half tempted just to purposely slip and fall, just so I would know he would get in trouble for doing something like that. But I didn't do that because that would just sink to his level, and I wasn't gonna do something like that. I mean, that's childish at that point. I mean, at least I think it is. But still, I mean, I just don't get why someone would do that. I mean, everyone I work with in the store is cool. Even the store boss, the main boss of the store, not this guy that flooded it, but the girl that, you know, it makes the schedule, the one that is basically the store manager. That's the word. I mean, she's hands down the coolest boss I've ever had. Like, she's so chill, it's ridiculous. And did I really forget that blue key? Well, whatever. I'll do this again. This level's honestly pretty fun, so I do enjoy playing this. So, you know, but I enjoy everyone I work with in the store. It's just this one guy that just has to have, you know, supervision of the store, that has to be the ass about it. But yeah, I just randomly remembered about that, and I thought that'd be a pretty hilarious story to tell. Don't know if anyone's gonna care, but if you do, well, thanks for your caring. If you don't, well, you got a good story out of it anyway. You probably weren't as bored as you normally would be watching this. So, okay, I'm gonna get these suction boots. I'm gonna go down and get this one chip down here, and then I'll do business elsewhere. Okay, I felt a lot more comfortable with that slide that time. And there's no need to worry about my shifts or anything. I still close to this day. I mean, my boss knows I'm not a horrible closer. Like, so, I mean, the one that flooded the store, he wanted me to, and I can't agree to this at all, but he said he wants the floor mopped 3 times a night. And just let me give you a little summarization of the store and what kind of business we do get. We are a pizza making, delivering place. And this guy, I mean, not only didn't showed no care for the employees or customers, but he showed more care in the effing floor than the actual business. Oh wait, I forgot that chip down. I probably screwed myself up last time anyway, because I think I forgot this chip. The chip I don't think should be in this level, but that's okay. Make sure nothing else is over here. But my boss has since told me, you know, don't mop it 3 times a night. That's a huge waste of water, for one, and 2, why does this guy care more about the floor of the building than he does about the building itself? Like, that makes no sense, and I need to remember to get this blue key. There we go. I wish that was a little bit more obvious, but it's okay. Okay, I have to go all the way up this way to get that one chip, and then go back this way. Pretty redundant wall thing, but that's fine, I suppose. Space filling blue wall levels for the parts for the win. Yeah, I like it. I can do that in this rule set, like the tank thing. That's pretty cool. JB made a comment that that's a no. He would remove that blob if he could, but I honestly don't mind that blob being there. I mean, I say that because it didn't kill me, but it's not really that big of an issue. I don't think. So who's left? I don't know. So that was my little quote-unquote rant. It wasn't really a rant. It was more like I wanted to tell this story because it's stupid but hilarious, but it's more stupid and pretty obnoxious in my opinion than it is funny. But anyway, you got to hear it, and that's it. So I'm gonna call it a video here because this level's kind of odd. So I'm gonna end it here and continue onward in the next video. And I don't want this to be another 40-minute video. It's already close to that. So I will see you guys later.